time with Tolue Feturi. Earlier on in the first video, I showed us how to, know if your child has a speech delay or a language delay. Now, I want to talk about the language delay so that you can watch, these short videos if you need this, and it will not be too lengthy. People have asked me severally, I don't know, my child is not talking. The school says she's not talking or is not talking. The school is worried. I'm also very worried. Yes, it sometimes makes us, very worried as teachers, as parents, to see a child that is not talking like his peers are doing. But the truth is, it might just be the child timetable is not the same as the other children. Does it mean that the child will never talk? No, the child will talk. With time and with early detecting, whatever is the case, the child will be able to talk if the right things are done for the child. One, the child should be observed for a period of time. You cannot just conclude by yourself, and you need to take the child to the pediatrician. They will be the one to give you the right advice and what to do. Now, what is the difference? I've been saying there are two different things. Speech delay, like I said earlier on, is when the child cannot string words together properly, cannot say many words as he or she ought to say. Whereas language delay is when the child can say a few words but cannot say any sentence, cannot say any phrase, even with can say car, man, can be so incoherent, does not even make sense to you sometimes, yes, or most times, yes, does not make sense to you, does not make sense to people around the child. That child might have a language delay. Language delay sometimes is a cognitive development issue. It means the child's intellectual ability might not be developing as it ought to, or at the pace at which it ought to. Like I told you in the first video, search on milestones, speech milestones for toddlers, for age, where whatever age that you need to know about what they should be saying, how many words they should be saying, how they should be stringing the words. Yes, if the child is not doing any of that you have seen, or that I've said earlier, you should know that there's either a speech delay or a language delay. Some things can cause this language delay. For some children, it's a hearing issue. A hearing issue. So from the time your child is like 3, 4 months, you should start checking if the child can hear properly. Snap your fingers in the ear of the child, or jiggle something in the face of the child or at the back of the child, and see if the child will turn to where the sound is coming from. If you notice your child is not moving at any age 4, age 5, the child is not moving, age 3, to the sound, to where the sound is, or when you call the child's name, shout the child's name. The child takes a while before the child looks at you or where the sound is, you know that there might be uh, a hearing issue somewhere. You need to go to the pediatrician to be sure, and for you to know the cause and what to do. Also, the child might not be in a stimulating environment, especially for firstborns, because they are the only ones with their parents. They have not gotten to school, maybe at age 1.5, 2.5. They are not saying words. That child might just be not stimulated enough, might not be stimulated enough in the language area, so the child might not really uh, talk like the other children that are exposed to other kids and in the midst of a lot of people. Also, some things I've noticed is if your child has been exposed to screen time so much, cartoons and all, sometimes it takes them a while to decide what to say and how to say. Should they use the diction or uh, the diction that they are hearing from the cartoons or the one that you are speaking to them. Also, when a child is in a bilingual family, maybe the mom speaks Igbo, the dad speaks Yoruba, or the mom and dad speaks Yoruba, and then they speak English to the child. The child might also be a little bit slow sometimes to, choose the one he or she wants to, be communicating with, and it can lead to a little speech delay. Even though science might say no, but we have seen it in children over time. Those children, they will quickly get out of it, though, when they have chosen the language that they want to use to uh, communicate, or when they have chosen the dominant language in their environment. So, these are some of the reasons why your child might have a language delay. Also, the child might be on the autism spectrum. It's not a bad news, it's a good news, because the earlier you detect it, the better for the child to start therapy to help the child speak and communicate. Also, it might be neurological problems. All these will be detected by the pediatrician and those that they will lead you to, in order for them to, come to a conclusion. For this, they have to test the child, observe the child, and do all that it needs. You on your own, or a teacher or a school, cannot just tell you your child has autism, your child has no. But what we do, we lead you, we guide you to the right people so that you can get the right answers. So, this is all I'm going to be saying about speech delay versus language delay. If you have any questions, please hit the button, comment button. Please write to me. Let me know. Please like and share to people that you think might need this information. Thank you so much for always being here with me. God bless and bye.